Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be reviewing 3 fragrances from Victoria Beckham. I am definitely a fan of Victoria Beckham's taste and style. I have read her style book more than once, and so I was really excited to see these 3 fragrances be released last month. I knew I had to try them. Not least because I'm still a fan of her original fragrance line, and I'll get on to talk a little bit more about some of those scents later. But yeah, I have wished that Intimately Beckham and Intimately Beckham Night were still available to buy. But anyway, I'm really glad to have my samples here to review. So the scents are available to buy in Selfridges, and I was actually in London last week and really wanted to just pop by the store and test these out for the first time. But my own personal timings weren't on my side. Happily, I realised that Selfridges was about a 5-minute walk away from where I was, so I went over there and then through a customer at the counter at the time, found out that Victoria Beckham herself was going to be in the store that day. So that was super exciting and not something I was able to stay around for, but yeah, I was really happy to be given some samples by the lady working at the counter, so thank you to Selfridges for those, and yeah, I'm really excited to get into the fragrances. So this collection is meant to be autobiographical and capturing key moments in Victoria's life. So when I talk about the scents individually, I will also be talking about the inspiration behind them. So with Portofino 97, it was the early days of Victoria and David's relationship. She was busy with the Spice Girls and he was busy with his footballing commitments. So Victoria says that their initial meets were always kind of brief and in between different things, until they went to Portofino and had an amazing 2 days there. She says that the memories are really vivid of the light in the hotel, but also she could remember the way things smelled. So yeah, Portofino 97 is meant to kind of capture that new romance, desire and those feelings of infatuation that the two had with each other back then. So I have my tester ready, and the notes in Portofino 97 are black pepper and bergamot in the top, incense, amber and sea notes in the middle, and in the base, patchouli, vetiver and musk. And when I first sprayed this perfume, or actually when I tested it at home, because I think in Selfridges I was just too excited about Victoria Beckham to really concentrate on what I was smelling, I loved it. So in the top you get this real burst of fruit. And Sam and I both felt that we were smelling pineapple, which of course it isn't, it's the bergamot, but it smells so good and so fruity. But I definitely felt that I was smelling something different, and the word in my head was twist, that there is a twist in this on other fragrances. I haven't smelled anything like this before, it's something new on the market, so that was really nice. And my love for it just grew. So I've worn this all day since, and I could just smell that bergamot on my skin all day long, and I felt like I was kind of transported, with the vision behind the fragrance being, you know, that time in Portofino and the sea notes and the holiday vibes, but it didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like I was wearing a holiday scent. I just felt like I was wearing quality and that I smelled good. So that was a very nice feeling. This has the right amount of pepper for me in the notes. I love pepper, but I don't like too much of it. It's a little musky. I get that vetiver and it definitely feels unisex, which is how it is marketed. And Victoria had said somewhere that she wanted this to kind of be like a combination of how she and David's scent smelled sort of mixed together. It kind of sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? But I sort of know what she means on that one. And yeah, it does smell like that. And in my more recent tests, I get a real 90s nostalgia from this. Perfect for the fact that that is exactly what was wanted from the scent. I'm thinking like a Calvin Klein CK1, CKB, probably more CKB actually, because that's stronger. Like yeah, this could have been a 90s scent. It's fruity, it's good, it's strong, it's unisex, and it isn't what I expected. So the lady at the counter for Victoria Beckham Beauty in Selfridges said this has proven most popular so far, and for me, from the notes, I didn't think this would be my favourite at all. And I'll cut to my are they worth it section here by saying I want this in a full bottle. It just smells beautiful and it's really, really feel good. So yeah, Portofino 97, I would definitely recommend checking out. The next scent is Suite 302, and this name refers to Victoria and David's favourite place in Paris. Victoria says it's where they like to get away together for quality time, but also it's a place they've had lots of birthdays and celebrations. So with Suite 302, we can expect something that conjures luxury because it's all about glamour and intoxication, allure, low lighting, and the fabrics in the hotel. So that's the inspiration behind Suite 302. So the notes in Suite 302 are black cherry and red pepper in the top, in the middle violet and rose, and in the base leather and tobacco. And this is the perfume I expected that I would like the most from the collection because I just love a cherry note these days. Now on first test, I was kind of happy because I felt like I was smelling something really similar to Kayali's Invite Only. So I thought, phew, I don't need 2 full-size bottles from this collection. It's similar, I kind of have it, there we are. My husband isn't as keen on this one, but I have noticed that he doesn't like smoky scents in general anyway. I really do. I love a smoky scent, and I have put it back in his direction. I wanted him to like it a bit more, but no, this one isn't for him. But the more I smelt it, I felt like it kind of went between smoky and cherry, like back and forth. It's like you can't work out what you're smelling because it goes from one to the other. And then somehow there's this really amazing overall effect of like a chocolate liqueur. So it feels Christmassy. It feels really luxurious. So I feel like with the aim of the scent and the inspiration, it's kind of captured that beautiful hotel suite feeling that Victoria was talking about. Oh, I get something different from it now. Now that's more cherry. And this, to me, is just my perfect winter scent. I would love to wear this out in cold weather. For evening, yep, but my head is more in that kind of cold air, outdoors feeling more than a going out for drinks type of feeling. Yeah, a really, really great winter scent. Exactly what I like to wear. I love smoky fragrances. I don't really pick up on the flowers. They must be in there to kind of complement the other notes, but they're not the reason I love this perfume. I do get the leather in the dry down as well, so when I've worn this on my skin, I can pick up that leather note. But yeah, this one for me is all about the smokiness and the cherry and how they kind of make an effect overall. I wouldn't have said this is particularly peppery. It's unisex. This is easily something that could be enjoyed typically by a man or a woman. And yeah, it's another very well done fragrance from the line. That's Suite 302. The third scent in the collection is San Ysidro Drive. And this is something a bit different from the other 2 fragrances because rather than this being about memories of Victoria and David, this is more about the self. This is all about Victoria's self-discovery and being inspired and being very motivated during her time in LA. So she thinks back to the sun pouring into the home, the smell of flowers, the ocean air, and just the kind of learning she did about herself in that time. So that's what we can expect with San Ysidro Drive, something calming and something peaceful. So the notes in San Ysidro Drive are passion fruit and saffron in the top, rose and jasmine in the middle, and in the base you've got your oud and amber notes. And I did look forward to testing this one because I love passion fruit in perfumes, but somehow the excitement about the cherry one had taken over. So on first test, I didn't particularly like it. I didn't really get the passion fruit in the way that I normally do in passion fruit perfumes I like, and the saffron was quite strong. There was almost something a little bit medicinal for me. My husband, on the other hand, really enjoys this one. So yeah, he will be wearing and using this little 2ml bottle. But as I've smelt it over time and retested, my feelings haven't changed personally. This isn't a scent I will reach for, but I do think it's really well done. Because it's got brightness, but it's also got that oud note. So it smells like quality, like a really good day scent. And I do know that if I smelt this on somebody else, I would be asking what they were wearing. It's distinctive. Something I want to smell on somebody else, but not myself. That kind of thing. I also feel like this reminds me of the Nishane brand. And I've tested quite a few of their scents. I can't tell you which one exactly, but if this had come to me in a Nishane bottle, I would have believed it. It's that kind of DNA. I can see that calming feeling, a peaceful one. It's oud with a bright feeling to it. Yeah, just a little bit too spicy from the saffron for me. Not a personal choice, but yeah, a well done scent nonetheless. That is San Ysidro Drive, worth checking out if you like your oud and saffron scents. So the bottle shape and design is inspired by a vintage bottle that Victoria picked up on her travels, and the colours of the scents are as you see them here with the testers. You've got your blue for Portofino, white for Sweet 302, and the yellow of San Ysidro Drive representing the sun. So that's what the bottles look like, all the same shape but with their different colours for each scent. Now for the big question, are they worth it? So a 50ml bottle of a Victoria Beckham fragrance currently costs £170. For the 100ml bottle it costs £245. This set here is what you will receive if you buy the Discovery set. So £30 to try all three fragrances in a 2ml form. And then when I tried to do that, there was a postage and packaging expense, as you would expect as well, which I believe was about £6. So yeah, I got my testers from Selfridges, so I'm very happy with those. Full bottles. So because I really love Portofino 97, I wanted to treat myself at the weekend. And I thought, right, I'm going to do it. I don't normally spend this much money on perfume, but I love it that much. It's time. I'm not going to buy a few different ones. This is the one I'll buy. But I'd kind of had that in mind when I thought it was just tipping over into £100. But £170 for a 50ml bottle felt like a bit of a different experience. So I'm holding off. I'm enjoying my 2ml and I'll check out, hopefully, what might be a Black Friday sale. I need it nearer to that £100 for me to commit to my bottle. With Sweet 302, I don't feel the same urgency, shall we say, as I do with Portofino 97, but I would like a full bottle in my collection. The longevity of all three of the scents is really good. So that, you know, as you would expect for the price, but then, yeah, that's a plus point. They feel very classic. The bottles are very beautiful. I just do think they should be cheaper. I think that's too much. So yeah, are they worth it? No, at that price, I think that's too much. But I've got the kind of mixed feelings here in that I love this so much. I'm going to try and get hold of it at a bit of a lower price. So yeah, an expensive price point for the, you know, fragrance release from the brand, which is a shame because they're so nice, and it would be lovely to have a way in maybe with a 10ml bottle, you know, something where you could kind of get a decent amount to spray and enjoy without having to commit to hundreds of pounds. Yeah, I'd love to know if you agree with me in the comments. I will add on that I think that buying the Discovery set would be a really good idea, because if you are a fan of Victoria Beckham or you're just so curious about these perfumes, 2ml each isn't a lot, but it's enough to spray and enjoy the scents and work out what you really like. So yeah, I think I would have got to that point where if I hadn't received them already, I would have bought the samples with my own money. Yeah, to be able to see what was going on and work out my preferences. So I did mention at the beginning of the video that I am still a fan of the original Victoria Beckham perfume line. So they were, by comparison to my last clip, more affordable scents. So your typical kind of celebrity fragrance of about £20 for 30ml, and then upwards to 100ml at about £35. And I still have a bottle of Intimately by Victoria Beckham, a really pretty musky rose scent that just felt very 90s, really enjoyable to wear. And whenever I wear it, I seem to have lots of attention over on Instagram from people who loved it or are curious to have a bottle. So it's a shame that one didn't come back to buy. Intimately Beckham Night is a stronger version of that perfume, but with a really good cinnamon note. So that's a really lovely wear. And going way back, I also used to have Signature from the brand, and that was quite an apple smelling scent. Fun, kind of unisex actually, masculine thinking about it. Fun, just not a love from me. I think I'd enjoy it more now actually. And then there was also Story by Victoria Beckham, which kind of had like a, sort of like a white wine smell. That's how I view that fragrance. If you've tried Fairy Dust by Paris Hilton, or the first Juicy Couture perfume, you will know what to expect with Story for her. So yeah, that was the original Victoria Beckham line, and my husband is still very much a fan of all the David Beckham scents because they have been still going. He still has launches and releases, it seems, and there are many scents to enjoy in that collection at great prices. So I will also include a few of those below my links as well, because yeah, they just smell really great, and for this time of year would make really good Christmas gifts too. I really hope you enjoyed hearing more about these Victoria Beckham perfumes. Please do let me know if you have any questions and comment with the ones that you think sound appealing to you. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and remember to subscribe to my channel, because I have lots more videos you can go back and watch and lots more to come too. Go and check me out on Instagram, where I post daily, on my blog, on TikTok and also on Threads. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.